Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers.
I hope everyone are doing good, and in today's video we are going to see about an Excel use case. So we are going to achieve the same use case with and without an Excel connector, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can achieve this without an Excel connector. So first let's understand the use case. So this is my input folder in which I have this Excel called output, and here I have three different sheets. So in sheet 1 I have some data, sheet 2 similarly I have sheet 3, and I have one more sheet which is like empty where we are going to append the data. So our use case is all about copying all the data from the available sheets and write the values into the different sheet in the same Excel. And also we are going to see how you can read all the sheets from one Excel and write the appended value into a different Excel. So if you have watched my other Excel use case, which is like merge or combined your Excel data, in that I have explained how you can append two different sheets from two different Excels into a single Excel or into a combined Excel. So if you want to watch that video, I'll give the link in the description as well. So this is going to be similar to that, but here we are going to read multiple sheets and write the appended value into a single sheet in the same and in the multiple Excel. As I mentioned earlier, this video is going to be without an Excel connector. So let's see how we can achieve it. So go to your toolbox. If you filter with Excel, you get few components which is under data reader and data writer. So we are going to use these four components here. So first step is to read your Excel, for which I am going to use read from Excel, and let's provide the path. And if you see, it has an input parameter which is called sheet name, which could be a constant value when you are dealing with a single Excel. As in our case, we are going to deal with multiple sheets. We should get all the sheet names and then looping it, right? So I'm going to use this get Excel sheet names, and here we'll provide the file path. So you can also create a variable called file path or process parameter, so that you don't have to change the value every time on each component. And then we have to loop through it, which will give us a list of strings. So let me quickly run and show you the output. So currently it has like new sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Also if you notice here, we'll get the new sheet in which we are going to write it. So we should add some additional validation to avoid reading the new sheet. And then we have to loop through it. So let's loop through it using for each. So this will give you each sheet one by one in the terms of object. So after you loop through it, you have to read it, right? So quickly we'll read it. So we have to pass the current object to the sheet name, and I'm not using variable, so I'll just let it be. And is your first row is header. So in our Excel, we have first row is header on all the three sheets. So I'm going to enable the value to true. This is done, and which will give us the total number of rows in the given Excel and the data table which you get from the specific sheet. So we are looping through it, we are reading it, and the next step is to write into your Excel. So we'll use this method which is called write from data reader. So write to Excel, and here again you have to provide path. So that is the reason, always make sure you have some variable which will be very easy. And here you have to provide your sheet name, which is from the current object. Again, you can create a different variable for this sheet name or your object as well. The data, which is from the data table. So currently we don't have anything in the sheet new. Let's see what happened now. We'll clear the log and run it now. So this is completed. Let's go back to the sheet and see. So let's open it. So once again, I don't think anything is happening. Okay, sorry. As our agenda is to write everything into a new sheet, right? So it should be the sheet name which is new. So that's the reason it just append the value on the same sheet itself. like first time it read the sheet 1 and write the value to the sheet 1 as well, which is called from Jesse. So we'll remove it. And similarly it read the first row and write the value to the second row on the sheet 3 as well. So sorry for the confusion. So let's just write the value into the new sheet and we'll see the output. Okay, this is done. So let's go to the new sheet, and here you can see everything. So this is from the sheet 1, Nandi, which is from sheet 2, and the sheet 3, which is from the final sheet. So this is done, and this is a very simple way to do it using data writer component. And let me show you like how you can write the value into a different sheet. This is same, but just you have to change the value, the file path to your output file path. So here let's just create a new file, which is going to be an Excel, and we'll add new sheet over here because by default we'll get sheet 1, and let's change the sheet name. If in case you want to write to the available sheet, you can just get the sheet name and write the values. Okay, so let's copy this path. We'll sit. Okay, this is done. Let's quickly run it. Okay, this is completed. We'll go to the sheet. So here you can see the value. Okay, and also if you notice here, it read all the available sheets from the output column, which is like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, including the new column. So you can see it will be like, wait, I'll show the available sheet. So here you get the new sheet as well. So that is the reason first it append the new sheet, which is still here, and then sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. So as I mentioned earlier, we have to add in validation to avoid reading the appended sheet. So for that we are going to add some values over here. So you can either do it by transforming the data or by using a component. So let's use this string method called compare or contains. So what we should do is we should just test if the given sheet, which shouldn't be the final sheet, which is new. So this should be again here, and yes, only if it is there we have to do it. For that I'm going to make a decision. So can I give any string and just passing the boolean. So if it is new sheet, I don't want to append it. If it is not, I have to write my value. Okay, and now let's delete the data over here and we'll refresh the row. We'll run it again. So I'm going to delete everything. Let's save it. Okay, this is done. And also if you want to add any message box or any log message, which you can do it over here. So let's go to the data. So if you see here, I just have sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3, not the new sheet. I think this is done. And also I'll show you guys like how you can reduce the number of components using transform data. So when you just pass your current object, here you could add a transform data, just enable it, and here you could add a value like this. So for example, it means that the value is something which the current object returns. So this is the value. It just check if it contains new or not. If it contains, then it just return true. As we are getting the negative value, it will be false. And then you have to pass this object to your decision. So it just reduces contains activity. Yes, we have come to an end. So this is another use case which will be very helpful when you want to deal with multiple sheets. And in case you guys like my content, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.